Okay, for description. Okay, now retention time. Okay, what is exactly retention time in chromatography? Okay, now retention time is the time required to elute a sample component from the stationary phase by the mobile phase. એનો મતલબ શું? If I am having a mixture or any individual component and I am placing it on a column and I am passing the mobile phase. Now from the top to the bottom, the solute or our sample will be flow through our column, okay, and will be eluting out from the column, from the bottom of the column. Okay, so the exactly what it will be happening, okay, the required, okay, time, okay, from the starting to the end, okay, to elute a sample is called as your retention time. Okay, normally here it is shown that it is denoted by T, okay, but we are writing as capital R and the T will be written in subscript. Okay, retention time RT. Okay, અહીંયા ખાલી T લખ્યો છે પણ normally આપણે retention time કોને કહીએ? RT. Okay, so retention time is the time required to elute a sample component from the stationary phase by the mobile phase. Okay, now when we are seeing the, you can say, graph, okay, so from where we can find out retention time? The distance of the peak maxima from the injection point in the chromatogram will be expressed in the form of time unit, and that is called as your retention time. Okay, now I have x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis I will be having retention time, and on y-axis there will be our, you can say, area. Okay, now you are getting a peak. The peak means it is normally, you can say, UV માં જેમ બેલ શેપ હોય તો અહીંયા પોઇન્ટેડ યા તો સમથિંગ રાઉન્ડેડ શેપની તમને પિંક મળી શકે છે. નાવ એ જે પીકનો પોઈન્ટ હોય ઉપર, બરોબર, એને તમે એક્સ્ટ્રાપોલેટ કરો એક્સ એક્સિસ ઉપર, કે એટલે પીક મેક્ઝિમા, જે પીકનું મેક્ઝિમા છે કે એને તમે કરો નીચે, અને એ જે ટાઈમ છે, બરોબર છે, from the 0 on the x-axis, that will be called as your retention time. Now retention volume. Retention volume is a term which is used for mobile phase. Away elute, the time required by the sample from the stationary phase to be eluted by the mobile phase, that is your retention time. But the amount of mobile phase or volume of mobile phase required to elute the sample component from the stationary phase is called as your retention volume. Okay, retention volume can also be defined as a product of retention time and the flow rate of our mobile phase, that is V here stands for retention volume, which will be equal to F multiplied by T, where F is our flow rate of mobile phase and T is our retention time. Okay, now this both the term retention time and retention volume can be used for qualitative analysis in chromatography. Means what? If I am having a sample, okay, I am having a doubt if it is, I am doing a research work, I have synthesized a new compound, or I am having a metabolite from a plant, okay, and I know it may be this glycoside or alkaloids in the case of the herbal plants, okay, and in the synthetic I know it may be this type of compound. I have to match it, so I can match it with the retention time of the already reported compound. Okay, so from that we can use as our qualitative analysis. If the retention time and retention volume are same, then we can say that my solute or my sample will be this. Okay, but if the chromatographic conditions, or you can say experimental conditions, are changed, then this retention time and retention volume can be affected. Okay, how we will be discussing further. Okay, so this change can be leading any experimental condition or any chromatographic conditions which are changed. Okay, that will be your mobile phase composition, stationary phase composition, or even the instrument. Okay, if such things are changed, it may lead to the change in retention time or retention volume. Okay, now dead time or dead volume. Okay, now now I am having my sample or my analyte. I have kept on the stationary phase. It is not interacting. I have discussed earlier that the solute which will be having more affinity with the stationary phase will be coming out later than compared to the another solute which has lesser you can say affinity for stationary phase, means it will be having more affinity with the mobile phase. Okay, so from that it will be eluting out depending upon that affinity of that solute. Okay, now if the analyte is not interacting with the stationary phase, means it will be not appearing at the detector immediately after injection. Okay, now we are knowing that I have kept my solute or my sample. I am allowing my mobile phase to pass, but it may be that the stationary my solute is not interacting with the stationary phase, so there will be no response in the my chromatogram. But why? Because the stationary phase is having solid particles which are porous in nature, and they have spaces between them, each particles. Okay, they are having the particles which are there. It will be, if you are, I am talking about silica gel. It is a powder, I am filling in the column, but it may be there are some spaces between that particles of silica gel. Okay, now what is happening, that when you are keeping the solute and allowing to pass the mobile phase will be going in this porous space between the particles. Okay, and what is happening, our solute or our analyte does not interact with the stationary phase. Okay, and it has to travel through this volume before it is eluted out of the column. Okay, પોરસ સ્પેસ છે એટલે શું થશે કે એટલે ઇન્ટરેક્ટ નથી થતું સ્ટેશનરી ફેઝ જોડે, અને એ લોકોએ આ બધા એમાંથી ટ્રાન્સફર થવું જશે. આપણે તમને એડિસ ડિફ્યુઝન અને લોન્જિટ્યુડનલ ડિફ્યુઝન આપણે સ્ટડી કર્યું હતું કે એની અંદર શું થાય છે એડિસ ડિફ્યુઝનમાં ને લોન્જિટ્યુડનલ ડિફ્યુઝનમાં. એડિસ ડિફ્યુઝનમાં વી આર સેઇંગ દેટ કે અંદર જે પોરસ સ્પેસ છે એમાંથી આ ધ પાર્ટિકલ વિલ બી ગોઈંગ ઇન ઈચ એન્ડ એવર પોર્સ, there will be no specific straight traveling of our solute or our analyte. તો અહીંયા બી એ જ વસ્તુ છે. એટલે થયું શું કે મારું મોબાઈલ ફેઝ જતો રહેશે ફટાફટ, અને મારું સોલ્યુટ એ બધા સ્પેસમાં ટ્રાવેલ થઈને એને થતાં વાર લાગશે, અને મોબાઈલ ફેઝ વિલ બી રનિંગ સ્પીડીલી આઉટ. ઓકે, એટલે તમને શું થશે કે જે લિક્વિડ ફેઝ ઇન ધ કોલમ છે કે આપણો જે મોબાઈલ ફેઝ છે એના લીધે યુ વિલ મે ગેટ અ પીક, a small peak in the starting of the chromatogram. Okay, and that is called as time required for that peak, that will be called as dead time, and the volume of that mobile phase which has been leading to that, it will be called as your void volume, which is denoted by V0 and T0 respectively. Okay, so you can say that exactly dead time is what? It is the time required for an unretained species or mobile phase, you can say, to flow from one end of the stationary phase to other. Okay, mobile phase ને કેટલો ટાઈમ, હજુ સોલ્યુટ તો ઇલ્યુટ થશે જ નહીં, ખાલી મોબાઈલ ફેઝ જે પોરસ સ્પેસમાંથી જસ્ટ પાસ થશે નહીં, પણ પેલું તમારું સોલ્યુટ પાસ થશે એટલે એને વાર લાગશે, એટલે મોબાઈલ ફેઝ ફટાફટ જશે, ને એના લીધે જે તમને પીક જોવા મળે કે that is called as a peak. The time for that peak to generate in the chromatogram will be called as dead time, and the volume of that mobile phase will be called as dead volume. Okay, and here we will be converting the same thing. V0 is equal to FT0 for dead volume. Okay, Okay, so you can see in the graph here, okay, I have a substance, okay, which is coming at 6 minutes. Okay, on x-axis it is retention time and on y-axis it will be your area, you can say. Okay, from this graph you can see that my peak is obtaining at 6 minutes. એટલે જે પીકનું મેક્સિમા હતું એને મેં x-axis પર એક્સ્ટ્રાપોલેટ કર્યું અને એ જે છે 0 to 6 મિનિટ સુધીનો ટાઈમ એ મારા ડ્રગ માટે રિટેન્શન ટાઈમ થશે. હવે જો 2 મિનિટની આજુબાજુ એક બીજી એવી પીક જેવું દેખાય છે, ભલે એવી બ્રોડ પીક જેવું નથી, એ જે છે એ શું થશે, મારું જે વોલ્યુમ હશે ડેડ વોલ્યુમ કહેવાશે અને એ ત્યાં આગળ જે પીક મળી એ પીક માટે જે ટાઈમ છે એ શું થશે, ડેડ ટાઈમ. ઓકે, now retention factor and capacity factor, which is denoted by K dash. Okay, now this retention factor is used to describe the migration rate of solute on the column. કેટલા સ્પીડથી મારું કયું સોલ્યુટ માઇગ્રેટ થશે કે ટ્રાવેલ થશે in the column in the stationary phase. Okay, any solute retention factor K dash is given by the equation, can be find out with the equation K dash is equal to K into Vs divided by Vm. Now what is K? Here K is your distribution coefficient, or you can say partition coefficient. Okay, what is this distribution coefficient and partition coefficient? The distribution coefficient and partition coefficient we can define as that it is equal to the number of solute distributed in my stationary phase and number of the solute distributed in my mobile phase. Okay, that is your distribution coefficient, you can say. Vs and Vm is what? The volume of stationary phase and Vm is the volume of mobile phase in the column. આખી જે કોલમની લેન્થ છે, if it is 150 centimeter or 150 mm of my column, એટલે એ કોલમની અંદર સ્ટેશનરી ફેઝ કેટલું છે, એનું વોલ્યુમ કેટલું છે અને એ સ્ટાર્ટિંગથી એન્ડ સુધી મારો મોબાઈલ ફેઝ થવો જોઈએ પાસ, તો એમાં કેટલું વોલ્યુમ, that is Vs and Vm. Okay, so that is your capacity factor K dash. Now reduced retention time, that is TR, and reduced retention volume, that is VR. Okay, reduced retention time TR and reduced retention volume VR. Okay, so what is that? The difference between the total retention time, okay, in that graph it was 6 minutes, okay, and the dead time. The dead time was around 2 minutes. So 6 minus 2, okay, is called as reduced retention time, that is denoted by TR. And the same thing for reduced retention volume, that is difference between the total retention volume and the dead volume, is called as your reduced retention volume and it is denoted by VR. Now the ratio of this reduced retention volume to the void volume, okay, that is called as your retention factor. Okay, why? Now we have already gave you the equation, that is retention factor or capacity factor K dash is equal to K into Vs by Vm. Okay, so it may be difficult exactly to find out the volume of stationary phase and volume of the mobile phase. Okay, so this equation for easy calculation is converted into an equation where what we are doing, the reduced retention volume divided by void volume, or you can say reduced retention time divided by total retention volume, dead volume, will be called as your retention factor K dash. Okay, this retention factor is independent of mobile phase flow rate and column dimension. Okay, કેટલું કોલમ ડાયમેન્શન છે કે મોબાઈલ ફ્લો રેટ કેટલો છે એના ઉપર આ ડિપેન્ડ નથી કરતું. ઓકે, here normally what it is done, the retention time of analyte is measured. જે બી મારો analyte છે એનો આપણે retention time measure કરીએ છીએ on two different instruments containing different dimensions but using the same mobile phase. Okay, મારે if I have to check that retention factor is independent of mobile phase flow rate in column dimension. So what I am doing, I am taking the solute, okay, then I am putting it in the retention, okay, retention solute in the two different instruments having two different columns, but the mobile phase is same, but there is no change in this retention factor found. Okay, now it is said that when the capacity factor or retention factor is less than 1, it means that elution occurs rapidly and accurate. Okay, શું થાય છે કે retention volume less than 1 હોય, sorry, capacity factor is less than 1, okay, or retention factor is less than 1. Okay, આપણે ઇક્વેશનમાં મૂકી અને ફાઇન્ડ આઉટ કરીએ છીએ. ઓકે, તો શું થશે?